Hello everyone, today I have my everyday makeup routine for you. So first of all I push back my hair of course to get it out the way of my makeup. Then I use the Nivea Daily Essentials Moisturising Cream. It's got a little bit of SPF in, it just makes everything nice when I apply it to my skin. Please ignore my very spotty skin at the moment. Next I'm going to put some lip balm on, which is the Burt's Bees lip balm, just a normal traditional one. And then some Professional to fill in those pores. Yeah, look at those spots. Ugh, gross. Yeah, I pop this on my forehead, nose and chin and then rub it in. Right, next I take a little brush from Real Techniques. I don't really know what this is. I just use it to mix my foundations together using the L'Oreal Infallible and the Illamasqua white one. I think it's a skin base. It's in white because I'm pale, if you didn't know, and this foundation is running out, so I got desperate. And then pop in tons of white, and I mean a lot, and mix it all together on the palette that is the back of my hand. And then I place it all on my face. This foundation doesn't dry too quickly, so it's fine to do it like this. Then, of course, blend it in with my Real Techniques sponge because I'm too cheap to buy the real thing. But no, the sponge is really good. As you can see, I take a very long time to blend in my foundation. Then I'm going to contour with the L'Oreal, I think it's Infallible, it's one of their foundation sticks, and this is in Cappuccino. I just do it on the high points of my cheekbones because when I blend it in it goes down a little bit, so if I place it higher on my cheekbones then it's not going to go too far down and not actually do any contouring. Blendy blend blend, and then I do some on my forehead because I have a big forehead, so I like to try and make it disappear a bit, or at least have some sort of colour. Next I just dab it with my Real Techniques sponge again, just to make sure it's all blended in with the foundation and not like a harsh line anywhere. No. Nice and blended is what we want. Now I'm going to do my concealer. I'm using the Collection concealer in Fair and, oh no, Very Fair, because that came out, and Lemon. The reason I use Lemon is because I feel my skin's slightly yellow toned and quite a lot of the concealers are very pink, so I use a yellow just to make it more fair and slightly lighter as well. It brightens it up as well. So then I mix them together using my sponge. And the same on my nose. I put the Very Fair around the outside of my nose, a little splodge in the middle, and then some yellow either side and in the top. Looking very serious. The reason I do my nose is I find there's never enough cover on the foundation on my nose, so I just always pile on the concealer. And then under my eyes I just use the Lemon concealer. Brightens it up very nicely. Because quite often fair concealers are probably the same like colour as my skin, so they don't really brighten underneath my under eyes, so I find this yellow does a nice job. Next I'm going to take the Insta Matte by Rimmel, I want to say, and I pounce it on with a little puffy pad thing that I stole from another powder once upon a time ago, if that makes sense. And I pop it on my chin, on my nose and under my eyes, so the places where I put the concealer, just to set that in place, and I'll leave it there while I do my bronzer and the rest of my powder. So this is the Sophie Glory One Heck of a Blot, and I use this just NYX brush and I pound it into the rest of my skin to make sure that's all set, making sure to do this foundation on my neck as well. Next is bronzer, and I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and like the lightest one, of course. And then I'm going to take, I think it's a BH Cosmetics brush, yeah, and put it everywhere where I put that contour before, basically. Just to warm up my skin because I am pale. if you didn't know. The reason I keep the white powder on while I'm doing this is because I use it later to blend in. Here we see. I use it to blend in the bronzer because otherwise sometimes it can be too harsh. I'm a little heavy-handed when it comes to bronzer, so I use this white powder to blend it into the rest of my skin so it doesn't look so shit, basically. Next is blusher, and I'm using the Life's a Peach by L'Oreal. It's probably a smidgen dark for me, which is why I later always blend it in with everything else, so I do the tiniest little bit. It literally is so pigmented, I hardly need anything. And I take a clean brush and I blend my blusher and bronzer into my skin. Now I'm taking a spoolie just through my brows, making sure they're in the correct shape that I want. And then I'm going to take a makeup wipe to remove the foundation on my lips and in my eyebrows as well. Fabulous. Next is brows. I'm going to use the Revolution Pro dip pomade and a Rimmel London pencil brow. I'm not going to show you on camera because I literally bury my face into the mirror. Next I'm just going to do a tiny bit of eyeshadow, nothing major as it is an everyday look. I literally take a light brown colour, sometimes even a bronzer when I'm being lazy, and just pop it in the outside crease. Like so, and once I feel like I've got enough or a little bit too much normally, I take a blending brush in a second and I will blend it out as well. This is just from Real Techniques little brush. You can see I've initialed my palette. Quite a lot of people have this palette, and when I do like shows I take it with me, so I initialed it. Next, I'm just going to take the highlighty shade and put that underneath my brow. From the same palette, makes it easier. If I wasn't using that palette, I'd be using my Jaclyn Hill palette, but I thought I'd just use this one. Next, I'm going to take this Kiko highlight that I got not long ago. I think it's from their Golden Sand collection. I'm going to take this Morphe brush and just put that on my cheekbones. And then on my forehead as well, because I love the glow. And now for my favourite highlighter of all time, Glazed Donut by Ofra and Nikki Tutorials. And I take a little pencil brush and I do this on my nose. Do a little circle on the tip of my nose, and then I draw a line down the centre of my nose. And then a bit on my Cupid's bow as well. Next, for setting spray, I use a mixture of the L'Oreal Infallible spray and then the Mario Badescu spray as well. Don't know why I use two, just obviously feel like it. And then for mascara, I'm using the Bad Girl Bang mascara from Benefit and the Lash Sensational from Maybelline, I want to say. I'm really bad at remembering where that mascara is from. There we have it. That is my everyday makeup that I do literally every day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!